miles south of the United States Capitol, welcome to Nationals Park. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaumburg. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over in this one.
Hey, we about to take it up.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Miles Michaelis.
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Just about to get underway, Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. And we're off and rolling here in D.C. Well struck right field. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. But all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Turner now. 2 for 7 in the series so far. That one called a strike. 0-1. Man at second.
Ball inside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
2-1 now. Out to short. Abrams fires in time. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Bryson Stott.
Well, right-handed pitching has been a real challenge for him so far this season. You know, he's just not showing much consistency in those at-bats. Clearly, he's getting a shot to change that narrative in this one. Manager has some confidence that he can get it done. I'll be looking to see if he can put some good at-bats together and get some confidence going.
Bryce Harper in the box now, takes strike one. This one in the air center field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing the cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Adolis Garcia in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Two down, nobody on. And a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Next to hit, Ryan De La Cruz. And that's in there for strike one. One run across in the frame so far. You're in game 3 of this 4-game series. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. And That is that. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Phillies 1 and the Nats coming to bat. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here at Nationals Park. And on the hill for the Phillies, Max Scherzer. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Yo-1. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And the tying run is on base.
Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Here's C.J. Abrams now.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
This one kicks away from Murphy. And it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. Here's a 1-1. On a line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Stepping in, Daily Lyle.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Stop. Over to second, over to first, safe.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Keibert.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Garcia on third. Lyle over at first, and 1 away. That one misses.
That's inside.
And the count is 1-2. In the dirt, blocked. To second, not gonna get him. He's in there. Lyle up to second. Runner at third, hold. So both runners are now in scoring position. 2 on, 1 out. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights it off, you'll see another. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-2 down.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll lead it.
That one lifted to left. He's got it. Runner tags from third. The tying run is in to score from third.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
So digging in, Brady House.
Third baseman, Brady.
And that one clips the corner. Now he's challenging the called strike. So the call will stand. Still one challenge left for them.
Ball.
In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Runner stays put at third. 2-1 now. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
He caught it behind his back. Throw to first, and they the out. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stopped. That was pretty cool.
Back in Washington, D.C., new inning getting started. So the Philadelphia Phillies are in a strong position about halfway into the year as they're contending for a postseason spot. But Singy, they were supposed to be one of the top teams in the league. Is this a disappointment?
I don't know if I'd say a disappointment, Boog. They're above water, and they haven't put themselves out of contention by any stretch of the imagination just yet. But if they're going to get into prime postseason position, they're going to need to turn it up in the second half. Maybe a key addition off the trade market or from the minor league system could do the trick.
Michaelis, multi-time All-Star, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-2. Got him. One down.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. On the ground, out to short. Throws to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. This is Bryson Stott. And a breaking ball misses outside. Out towards right center field. Weimer on the move to the gap. And that's the third out. Phillies down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here in Nationals Park. Bottom half of inning number 2. Andres Chaparro digging in for the Nationals. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 7, the center fielder, number 6, Robert Hassel III.
Here's the center fielder, Robert Hassel III. That one finds the zone. 0-2 now. Tied up here in the early going. Scherzer gets the punch out. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now the left fielder, Jacob Young.
Ball.
This one in the air, right field. Garcia heads after it. Reaching for. It makes the catch. We played 2 full innings and we're tied 1-1. On bottom of the third inning. Here's the Phillies catcher, Tom Murphy.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
One away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, Justin.
So the Philly batting order turns over, and now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. High fly ball down the left field line. That one carrying. Got it. Bangs against the wall and holds on.
Man, boy, that long watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Turner stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on. Got the bat going too soon and strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And a ball and two strikes. That one almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here at 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one misses. Ball three. Bryce Harper on deck for the Phils. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle, and that extends the inning.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up.
The two-hole hitter showing so much versatility, understanding the situation, gets on base with two out to bring possibly the best hitters in this lineup up to the plate in this inning.
This one in the air, center field. Hassel under it. That is that. Phillies strand one, still tied 1-1.
I gotta advance and I gotta grind. Even in the dark, you know I gotta shine. I looked out the window, saw the sun shining, made me feel real.
Back in Washington, D.C., set for the bottom of the third, Joey Wiemer digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, strike one. That one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First two pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
So the Nets lineup turns over. Luis Garcia getting ready to hit. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Spins the plate. That's strike two.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. Three-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
C.J. Abrams to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball one.
Foul ball. One now. And there's a foul ball. Swing. Misses. And he strikes out the side in the third. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
You know, these Phils, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
This one in the air, center field. 1 up, 1 down. So now the DH spot, Brian De La Cruz. Fly to center his first time, he's 0 for 1.
Ball one.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Ball.
Fastball is outside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count, be ready to turn on a fastball.
In the air, right field. 2 away. And here comes Alec Ball. His first at bat was a strikeout. Out towards right center field. And makes the grab. And that is that.
Don Striker, come on, get out.
Fourth, tied 1-1. Back here in Nationals Park. Bottom of the 4th, Daily Lyle digging in for the Nationals. Max Scherzer back to work.
You know, these Nationals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That's a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
He was all over that one. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Here's the 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So up next, Brady House. Grounded out his first time up. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third. Here comes the throw. He'll score. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, it comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got him knocked behind it to shoot a 3-4 knock. We'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, no outs. On Andres Chaparro digging in for the Nationals. One down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Hassel swings through it for strike one.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. Long run, tracks it down. Runner tags at second.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Jacob Young, the next to hit. Traffic on the bases with one already in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. High fly ball, right field. Garcia on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So one run in the inning on this base hit. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Well, these Phillies need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Inside.
That's inside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And ball four there. Tying run is on base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. Fly to right his first time. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Bunting for a hit. Flips it. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now it's Tom Murphy. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Late with the swing there.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
What a stop. Fires to first. And he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, Justin Crawford.
Go ahead run on base. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 2.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 3-1. So Watt puts runners at first and second. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Payoff pitch. Stays alive. Ripped to first. Caught. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play. Trey Turner at the plate.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center.
Out to short. A dive. He's got it. To his knee. The throw. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Last half of the fifth coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back in Washington, D.C., ready to go for the last half of the inning. Joey Weaver digging in for the Nationals.
Well, these Nats looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Got him. One away.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit for the Nats, Luis Garcia.
Ball one.
And that one fouled off. The 1-1. Right there for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking. That's out number 2.
The Uncle Charlie Boo kept it up his sleeve the entire bat until the 6th pitch. Snapped it off, dropped it in there, and just froze it.
What's with the Uncle Charlie nickname? I mean, people use it all the time. Doesn't feel like it's common knowledge as to why.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like something we could find on the interweb, though.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But why not like Uncle Carl or something like that? Uncle Curly.
Uncle Boo.
Well, but then what would it be? A breaking ball? Crawford makes a nice grab and a full sprint. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 5. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Pa' que me la modele, ya las heridas no le duelen, yo le traje pa' que se revele, y formemos el DNR, yeah, porque por tu cara se ve.
Foster Griffin on a pitch here. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Scherzer.
And now here is Harper. Harper working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
The 2-1. That's a hit. And they had their first hit since the third inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Good piece of hitting, going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. That's got a chance. That's down. One hops off the wall. Here comes the runner. Relay throw. He'll score. The Phillies take the lead. 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Next is the designated hitter, Brian De La Cruz.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
One on, nobody out, a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's 4-2.
Picks himself up at RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in the play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move. Andre Granillo taking over on the mound.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. Throw down, and he's out, and that wasn't close.
Gosh, that's just a terrible jump right there on first base. It really cost him. And it wasn't even a great throw, but it still allowed him to slap the tag on him just in time. Boogie, it looked like it was you running or something. When you get off the blocks that poorly, you've got to be willing to shut it down and get back to first.
In the air to left center. Hassel really on his horse for it. He hauls it in, 2 away. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. Phillies on top, 4-2. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast.
Get out, Munchbucker!
Back here at Nationals Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. Liner snagged at first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Here's the catcher to hit, Keibert Ruiz. Sliced hard but foul.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
On the ground. Slinging it to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House.
Ball.
Right through there for a strike.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still down by a count of 4-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Griff McGarry.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Fastball is outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So here's Murphy now.
Murphy.
Just missed. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Clayton Beater, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Misses again, 5 in a row.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. In the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. Back to the top of the order. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Justin Crawford. 1 for 3. And a foul ball. The 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Man at first, 1 away.
Ball 2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two on the way. In the air, left field. Young, couple of steps in. He's got it. Out. Number 2. Trey Turner with a chance now. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors.
Ball 1.
Runner takes off. Pitch is low. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Turned out to be a pretty good pitch to run on right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. That can be pretty tough for a catcher to reach down and grab it and then get rid of it quickly enough to prevent that would-be base stealer.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Boogie doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation. Liner snagged it first. Sleeve a couple as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Taijuan Walker.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
We tryna rise to the top. Real recognize you ain't squad, you the op. Drip on wall pay, feeling like the greats. Appetite jumping and you looking like a plate. Dominate the game like we supposed to. Dodging all lanes like we supposed to. I should run the play like we supposed to. Gotta win it all like we supposed to. Dominate the game like we supposed to. Dodging all lanes like we supposed to.
Nope. Ball one.
Here's a 1-1. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Nationals, the center fielder, number 6,
Robert Hassel III digging in for the Nationals. That's off the inside corner, and a count even 1-1. Walker, a former All-Star. He throws a cutter, a splitter, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Next one is off the plate. Ball 2. And he clips the corner. Inside, just missed, and an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate, so all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
Jacob Young will hit next.
Ball, that's
In the
there.
third. And no movement on the bases. It's ball 1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Nationals, the right fielder, number 21,
Joey Wiemer digging in for the Nationals. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss as he was late.
That's a ball.
The Phillies holding on to a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Popped in the air. Left field. Marsh has a beat on it. And that is the... We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Phillies 4 and the Nationals 2. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Clayton Beater.
Just trying to keep this one close here. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Foul ball there. And the 0-1. This one in the air right field. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Ryan.
So here's the Phillies DH, Brian De La Cruz. Close, but called the ball. And that's ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That one well upstairs. And the count is 1-1. Beater in his 2nd season, 27 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ripped towards 3rd. Throws to 1st in time.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Alec Bohm. 0 for 3 in this one. In the air, right field. Weimer under it. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. But they still lead this one 4-2. Back in Washington, D.C. New pitcher on here, Tanner Banks. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Number 58, Tanner Banks.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Ball 1.
On the ground right side. Harper takes it to the bag. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Now it's the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. And that's it for a strike. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. It's something like that, but you can rob a little soft flare in front of you. But perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Ruiz, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. In the dirt, to third, save. And now second and third with one gone. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
To the right side, nice grab. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Brad Keller.
And he may only have to face one batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping, as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
Outside low, ball one. The Phils holding on to a one-run lead here the bottom half of the eighth inning. And down to six, that pitch is in for a strike. Outside. Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner from third, in to score. It's an RBI single, and again, we are tied.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Now, here is Andres Chaparro. Tied at 4. That one ripped, but foul. Up the middle. Play made, that ends the inning. But they scored twice and even it up late through 8 full. And we are tied 4-4. Back here at Nationals Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Movement in the bullpen. Cole Henry appears to be getting loose. Poole also throwing. Left field. That one back there, and a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Ball inside.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Takes it in for the out. Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
Ball, that's no ball.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's 2 away. Here's the Phillies catcher, Tom Murphy.